Hey, I'm Brian Van, SportBikeTrackGear.com, and today I'm going to show you what it took to install our MotoHolders Front Fairing Stay on our 2023 Kawasaki ZX6R STG Project Bike. Okay, like every other Project Bike video, this is brought to you by our good friends from Precision Track Days and Two-Wheel Dyno Works. You want to ride on the racetrack here in the southeastern US, 100%. Check out my people over at Precision. They do a great job. If you want to get your performance of your bike totally unlocked, unleashed, smoothed out, there's no one better in the world to do that for you than my buddy Nate Phipps and the team over at Two-Wheel Dyno Works. In this video, I'm going to give you a breakdown of what it takes to replace the broken fairing stay we had on this bike. And remember, this is going to be a track bike when we're done. And replace it with a MotoHolders race fairing stay. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and install that MotoHolders fairing stay and duct to replace the one that was damaged in the crash. Obviously, we already have a video removing the bodywork from this bike. If you need help with that, please reference that. This is going to be just the fairing stay itself. Pull the boot back on the cluster connector, reach underneath, pull upward on the release tab. You can hear a little click. Pull that out like so. You'll then need to come over here. There's a clip that is holding the harness on. I'm going to get in there and release that. There's a little Christmas tree clip, ho, 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 holding the harness on here. Get in there and remove that. This is a pretty simple install. This might be, more about how does the part fit? How does it look? 4mm internal hex are the mounting bolts here. Two on either side. Boy, we're getting there with this. It won't be long. We're going to be putting body work on it. Get some paint work done. My buddy over at Detroit Custom Paint. I'm going to try and talk Pfeiffer into painting this thing for me. And I'm sure you guys already know when it comes to wrapping our bikes, we only go with the best in the business. My buddy Reese Briotti over at REB Graphics. Greatest there ever was. There it is, and there's where it's broken, okay? Let me get one more tool over here real quick to pull this all apart. So you can see with the MotoHolders, this comes in two pieces like this. The aluminum fairing stay and then a fiberglass duct, and you got to give them that. They did a really sweet job with that. There's the mounts, right? It's all into the fiberglass. Comes with the fasteners that you see there. So we need to pull this apart so we can get the gauge off. There's 310 external hex. Pop those bad boys off. And now the actual mount for the cluster itself. There's nothing else here that you need to reuse. That's broken. It's garbage. Got 3 Phillips. Remove each one of those. Okay, before you discard this, I want you to reach in here and pull these 3 rubber grommets out. Like so. Those are all going to be installed into the aluminum MotoHolders fairing bracket part. Like so. Now, the cluster, let's see how that fits in there. Well, what do you know? Fits pretty good. You can see here, these two, that one you can get head on easy. These two, to get the screw in, can be a little different. Okay, so what I'm going to do, see how I kind of pulled that away? Just helps with the angle a little bit. Like so. On this one here, you're going to need to do pretty much just the same thing. Get her lined up. And run that down. The last one's going to be a piece of cake. That one's just going to go right in there. Right here. And we're going to have our gauge all mounted up. Something I am going to do, I'm going to go over to the top of the toolbox. I'm going to grab some blue thread locker. Feel like these fasteners here on the top, they're not going to come out of there very often. A lot of vibration on these things, so we'll just, you know, how hard do you want to torque it when they're going into fiberglass too? So we're going to use a little thread lock to help us hedge our bet. I'm gonna get the two in the back done first, and then you'll see that I've got a couple of different T-handles over here. I got a ball type, and then standard. We'll have to use, because of the angle, the ball type on the forwardmost. Start them with your fingers. Before you put any real torque to any one of them, make sure you have everything seated. A little progress on the old Kawasaki this week. Pretty happy about that. Once you get them all seated, you can run around and apply some torque. You don't need to go bananas on these. These are just into the fiberglass, right? So reasonable torque. Something like that, I'll just pass over it just a few times. Okay, now over to the bike we go. There is just a little bit of resistance getting into there, but nothing crazy. Kind of once you get it into position. Sits down pretty nice. We'll come over here on the side where Clark already is. See how lined up we are. Got to come out just a little bit. I'm not going to tidy up any of the wiring for this right now in this video. The reason that I'm not is because we have some other changes we're going to be making. We got some Woodcraft race switches we're going to use on the bars on both sides. So we're going to be in here messing around with the harness already. So when I get into that portion of it, that's when I'll clean things up quite a bit. You know, you're going to have a lot of stuff that's just not reused anymore. And we'll make sure that we keep you guys all posted, like on, you know, what did I end up doing to tidy things up. Give you a close-up look at it, but for that portion right now, we're just not gonna do any of that. Okay, once you have all four started, on one side, just get them both seated. And then you can go ahead and torque them. Those still had the OEM thread lock compound on them, so they're going to hold themselves in there pretty well still. No need to add any. Okay. I am at a minimum here, right? We're going to plug our cluster in, like so. You know, but clearly, you know, this stuff here all needs to be gone through. And what'll end up happening, I'll secure different things, get it all cleaned up, make it look good. What do I think? I think MotoHolders make a great product, right? We've got them, used them on the Suzukis. I've used them on the Ninja 400 that we were racing. Did I put one on the R7? I don't remember. Don't think so. Great product. We've used their subframes too. Great product. This fit really well. The air duct fit great. It's really starting to come together nice now. All of the broken shit is off of my bike, which I'm very happy about right now, right? Broken rear sets, they're gone. Broken fairing stay, gone. If you have any questions, leave those in the comment section of this video. Answer all that stuff myself, and I'm always here to help make sure you get the same result from your project that we did ours.
Awesome.